What's going on, guys? Irish Wealth here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a video on my cryptocurrency exit strategy and what I plan to do over the next coming weeks and months with regards to my portfolio. But before we get into that, if you're new around here, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I do videos on saving money, investing, cryptocurrency, stock market, and many other topics. So if that sounds good to you, I would really appreciate it if you hit that red subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So let's jump straight on over to Binance. Binance is the app that I use to buy and sell my cryptocurrency. I also use Coinbase Pro as well for a smaller portfolio, but definitely Binance is my favorite in terms of functionality and also fees as well. So I thoroughly recommend Binance, but couldn't fault Coinbase Pro as well. So I'm going to leave links to both of them down in the description if you want to check them out, and if you use them, it really supports the channel as well, so I appreciate that. So let's just jump over to our wallet, and currently the portfolio is sitting at €5,470 in value. So my initial investment was €3,000 split up between Bitcoin, Ethereum and Cardano. Heavily weighted towards Bitcoin, but now with the recent surge of Ethereum, it's very much sort of 50-50 between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we're getting up to the kind of levels now where I need to start thinking about taking profits and how I'm going to manage the portfolio going forward. So my initial investment was €3,000, and you can see here that we're nearly €500 away from actually doubling our initial investment. In order to fully explain my strategy, we need to look at the crypto market as a whole. Now, unfortunately, Bitcoin still does heavily dictate the entire market. So if Bitcoin crashes, then it's very likely it'll take the entire market with it. So luckily, we can look back at Bitcoin's history, and it has followed a very predictable pattern time in, time out. Now, is it going to follow this pattern again? We don't know, especially with all the institutional adoption and more people using the blockchain now. But if we look back through its history, it's followed these boom and bust cycles. So if we look back at 2017, it got up to around the $20,000 mark, and then it absolutely plummeted down to about $3,500 by 2019. So we see these massive run-ups followed by multi-year bear markets. And sure enough, we're now in the middle of another bull run. So if you're looking back at historical data, it's very likely you would assume that there's going to be a multi-year bear market after this one. So with those market cycles in mind, it's very important to try and take some profits during a bull run, as you're never going to actually time the top of the market. So essentially what my strategy is, if you look at our portfolio value now, we're around €500 away from doubling our initial investment. So essentially my strategy is, when we hit that €6,000 mark, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out our initial investment of €3,000 and essentially just leave the profits in there to do their work. So if the bull run continues, then we'll still see some gains. But if we enter a multi-year bear market, then it's not going to affect me as much, as I'm just leaving my profits in there. So this takes out any kind of element of trying to time the market. Now, you could argue that, we'll never actually reach the 6,000 mark, which is completely fine for me as well, as I'd completely mentally detached myself from the initial investment to begin with. So if we don't end up doubling it and we do hit the bear market early, then that's completely fine by me. But I don't anticipate this happening, as I still think we do have another few months left in this bull run. But I'll be essentially taking all of my risk off the table and leaving my profits ride out for the next sort of 5 to 10 years. So if you're invested in crypto, let me know what your exit strategy is down in the comments below. I'd be really interested to hear it and what you think of my strategy as well. So with that being said, guys, thanks a billion for watching. If you're new around here, smash that subscribe button and hit the like button as well, as it really helps the channel out. So thanks a million for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.